What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So I kind of want to just do a, I guess, overview of my new van here. So if you guys are following the channel from a while back, I built like a motorcycle van, which is a small transit connect. It ultimately didn't work out, but also somebody offered to buy it. Like I couldn't resist the profit from it. So I just sold that one. It was small anyway, and it was a little tight. So I went with this platform. So I did a lot of back and forth. I've been wanting to get one of these Class B vans, the pre-built ones, for a while now. Like since 2020, since the pandemic started, I wanted to build one of my own. I just don't have the know-how or the time or the patience to do it. So I've been looking into Winnebago Revels, Jayco Terrains, things like that. That they're primarily the ones building these things out. So and also Entegra Launch, which is also Jayco Terrain. They're the same company. Um, so like there's an opportunity recently that I like right now. I actually I think the sale is still going on right now. So La Mesa RV. I don't know if you guys have it in your area, but I'm sure it's everywhere. They're everywhere. They are discounting this van like almost 40% off. So like they list it at MSRP and then they discount it heavily. So that's kind of like the only push that I needed to finally pull the trigger on one of these. So primarily the use for this is going to be camping, of course camping, because I do a lot of camping with my Jeep and all that stuff, but sometimes I want to be comfortable. So this is going to be for like those moments where I just don't care to rough it out sometimes. But also mainly it's the track days. So track days will be much nicer. I can tow a car with this too. I think it has 5,000 pounds of towing capacity. So keep in mind, like I guess the weight, you know. But if I'm gonna have a track day for a car someday, which I plan to, I think 5,000 pounds might be enough capacity. But for sure motorcycles. So eventually my wife, my son will be starting riding soon. So I'm still going to be towing a trailer, unfortunately, because it can fit one bike in there. But of course, someday if it's a family trip to ride on the track or whatever, I'm going to need a 3-bike trailer or 2-bike trailer. So anyways, let's go back to the van. So this is the Entegra Launch 19YG. So 19YG means generator. So the G stands for generator. So this is a new model, like I guess this year that they came out with. There's a lot of trim levels to these kinds of vans, and they're all 19Y. So they call them Jayco Terrain 19Y, and that means they're just lithium powered vans. So this one in particular, it has a AGM battery, non-lithium, and a generator, like a propane generator, kind of like in conjunction they work together. So everything else is the same, only the power situation is different. So that's kind of like the difference there. So the Winnebago Revel will be a more expensive option. They are equipped a little bit more expensive, just more features and differently. Jayco, I just feel like Jayco for the value for what you get, Jayco and the Entegra line gives you the best bang for the buck for me. I mean, it's personal, and I'll take you inside as well to show you how it's furnished and stuff like that. But so La Mesa RV is where I got this from. Great experience with them. I never bought an RV before. I never bought anything like that. So it's kind of like a scary thing, almost like buying a house. It took a lot of research. I was researching this for years, and I was just I think about everything. So where to park this thing, what am I going to use it for, is it worth it, basically. But as a second home kind of option, it's not bad for the price. So this one came out to be 130,000. That's with a discount. So that's like a big discount from from the 225 list price. They're always discounted somewhat from every dealership, but like it depends on which dealership you're going with. So sometimes they're not discounted that much. I think that some of them come down to like 180. Some go down to 160. This one went all the way down to 130. So if you watch this video and you're interested in one and there's still a sale, I don't know how long that's going to be, but La Mesa RV is discounting them heavily. So I just chose to get one now. Anyways, so let's take a look around. So it's a Sprinter 2500 for 4-wheel drive now, not a 4x4. So I don't know how that works yet off-road. We'll find out when we go take it camping sometime. yeah, so the typical stuff. You have an awning, you have an AC, two solar panels up top. They say it's 200 watts capacity. That's it's just enough to charge the AGM batteries, but the AGM batteries also charge when you're driving the vehicle. So yeah, so you have an inverter in there, 2,000 watt inverter. If you're running if the van is running, you don't need to turn on the inverter. You only need the inverter if the van is off. So if you're basically idling, you can just use the whole house essentially without turning on the inverter. If you are kind of like stationary and you turn off the engine, you need to turn on the inverter, and some devices only work with the generator on. So that's kind of like the unfortunate part about this van, and why it's cheap is because it's using a propane generator. So, and it's a low-hanging fruit in terms of like off-roading. It's right there, so you can hit stuff. It can be remedied. All these can be remedied with modifications, of course, if you care to do that. And I care to do that because I will be doing that. So anyways, that's pretty much it. So it comes with 245/70/17 tires. They say that this is the stock, the biggest one that you can do on this van in stock form. I'm planning to do, if I do the suspension mods, which is a little bit of lift with, you could probably do a 275/70/17 in here, which is, I think, will be enough for me. I think the lift gives you a little 1 inch or 2 inches, and then the 275 is just effectively a 33-inch tire, I think. If my conversion is correct. So it's basically like the Jeep Rubicon stock tires, which is 33s. And let's see, what else can I tell you? So let's just go inside. So I mean, it's a 4-cylinder diesel turbo. So it's it's pretty quick. So it's not like super fast, but it can carry its weight. Yeah. So you have awning already pre-done, all that stuff. You have a propane, and you have all the RV stuff, right? So let's see, go to the inside. So the inside, the build out, you guys have seen all this. So the only difference, like I said, with the 19YG is that generator option. So, and it's cheaper in that way because you don't have to they don't have to outfit this van with lithium and all that stuff. So you have the furniture. So here's my argument with going with a Jayco or Entegra Launch. The furniture in here looks just nicer in my eyes for what you're paying compared to a Winnebago Revel. Winnebago Revel gives you like a RV style bench seat. The more expensive option has these seats, but I'm talking about, like, if you're comparing low end to low end trim, I would say this van is in the low end trim price range. So if you're comparing this to the next the lateral comparison to a Winnebago Revel, you won't really get kind of like this setup. It's like these seats are super nice. You don't on a Winnebago, you only get a bench that looks like an RV. So you get these nice leather seats that match the front seats on a Mercedes. So the typical Mercedes Sprinter. And by the way, this Mercedes has all the bells and whistles in terms of like safety, and he even has the nice navigation radio. It's not like the cheap stuff. So they fully loaded this van in terms of like its technology. Cabinets everywhere. You have all that. You have a panel here. You don't have the lithium panel here because it doesn't have lithium. It just has AGM batteries. And you have the typical sink. You have a fridge. I don't have to go through in detail. This is the bathroom, shower thing. I fit in here. I'm 6'2". Yeah, and I'm fitting in here. I'm standing straight up, and I still have headroom. So that's kind of like a key thing. And that's the bed. It goes down all the way here, and it fits about 750 pounds. So 2 people can sleep in here. So here's the thing. Here's the main thing about this van is the garage space. So a motorcycle can fit in here a little bit, pretty tight. It might go up to here. The problem with the S1000RR is it has wings, so it's really close to these two edges here. So if I load the bike backwards, it will fit. So, but I mean, like, how it's not that easy to do that on any terrain, really. So if you have a really long ramp, the van is low right now. If you have a really long ramp, you can kind of back the bike in, and it will be right about here. So, and you have all these tracks here that you can secure the bike in easily, and they're very strong. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to do that because I want to just keep the, so I bought the space, so maybe I want to use the space for comfort. When I'm on the track day, I'll just turn the AC on, I'll sit in here, cool down. I kind of like that, but also I like the idea of just, I mean, I'm torn. I want to tow the trailer for comfort, convenience, but I also want to make it simple where I just have the bike in here and it's all in one and I don't have to tow anything. So that's kind of like my thing. I don't know. I'm still debating what to do with that. You have a nice window here when you're sleeping. You have some lights. You can control most of the stuff on the van back here too while you're sleeping. And you have awning and all. You can control all that from there. So it's just really simple. It's a simple van. It's not like a house, but you could kind of live in it. So this is gonna be, you know, the point of this is gonna enable us to really selfishly, it's for track day for me. It's just like I want to go when it's hot, because that's kind of like the times where people don't go. So there's not a lot of people at the track around those times. So oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, the Max Air fan in here works really well already. I don't have to really turn on the AC, even though it was like 90 something yesterday. And I just turned this on and all the windows are open. This sucks out all the hot air, and it's just like, it just works really well. The Mercedes part of this van drives really well. It's so smooth. I don't have any complaints. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any else to comment on that. It's great. It's comfortable. The visibility is great. It's a van. It's big, and you're tall. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of want to just do an overview. There's a window here that opens electronically. It's nice. Power seats, and yeah, the AC in the van itself kind of cools the whole van almost immediately too. So I guess if you're pre-camping or you know, like pulling up to the campsite, you can just pre-cool the van, and you know, I don't know how long that will last, but it does work. You have a cubby in here for storage. You can see that cubby in here for storage. There's a table that's in here that you put right there on that spot, and then you can kind of like turn the seats around, and you can have like a dining area here for the family. So it's enough for us. There's only three. I only have a 3-person family, so I don't need like a big RV. I don't like towing a 5th wheel trailer and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. But in terms of like okay, so like long-term plans, right? Oh, so you have a light bar there, and you have a roof rack now. I have a roof rack, so you can put stuff in there too, but I don't plan to. I'm just kind of using this van bare bones. I'm gonna do a lot, but I'm not gonna do too much. So really, it's more of drivability is what I'm looking for. If I feel like this van is a little bit wobbly off-road or sketchy on some areas, because I want to take it to some remote areas where I take the Jeep. Not entirely, because I know the Jeep is the Jeep. You know, you can't beat the Jeep with this. So, but I want to at least go to most of them, and I want to be confident with it. So that suspension mod plus the wheels and tires is sizable. It's a heavy mod. So I need to make sure I can commit to this van platform first, and not like regret it. You know, I spent the money and I regret having it. So that's what it is. So you have, you know, all your RV stuff here. That's the toilet. You have a city water hookup. You have your shore power hookup there, and you have if you have extra solar panels like externally, you can hook up extra solar panels, and then I guess additional charging. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, 15-minute video. I don't know what else to talk about, but if you guys have any questions, I have some knowledge now on like the buying situation. I can make a video out of that, I guess, on a separate one, so that I don't clutter this video with too much information. I can talk about that too, perhaps on the next video. My buying experience, and I guess after purchase support, you know, on an RV and when you're buying an RV. So, all right, guys, 15-minute mark. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next video.